Welcome to the studios of WCMU Public Media. This time it's a second round game between Sandusky and Roscommon. Coming up next.
Support for Quiz Central is provided by the CMU Bookstore. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, maroon and gold memories, and an official outfitter of Adidas apparel at the Central Michigan University owned and operated CMU Bookstore. Online shopping 7 days a week at cmubookstore.com, on campus at the University Center, and game day locations at Kelly Short Stadium and the John G. Kulhalvy Event Center.
Hello again, everyone. I'm David Nicholas, and welcome to Quiz Central. This time, students from Sandusky are taking on the team from Roscommon. It's a 16-team single elimination tournament. At the end of the season, 4 lucky Quiz Central seniors will receive a book scholarship provided by the CMU Bookstore. Plus, the top teams from Quiz Central will qualify for the NAQT High School National Championship Tournament. Okay, let's get to our game. Our first round is the Maroon and Gold Rush. Teams will have 2 minutes to answer as many toss-up questions as they can. If a team misses a toss-up question, the opposing team has the opportunity to answer that question. Teams may not consult during this round. Throughout our game, correct answers are worth 10 points apiece, and there is no deduction for incorrect answers. All set, players? Have the buzzers ready? Good luck. Here comes your first question. What country's strongest recorded earthquake struck in September 2023 in Al Hos and with its epicenter in the Atlas Mountains southwest of Marrakesh?
Italy?
Incorrect. Sandusky for the guess.
India?
Greece.
Also incorrect. In May 2023, Bola Tinubu was inaugurated as president of what most populous country in Africa?
Nigeria.
That is correct. What river's course depends on the water levels of Tonle Sap, the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia, and runs from Tibet south to South Vietnam?
Yellow River.
Incorrect. Sandusky for the steal.
The Ganges River?
That is also incorrect. Toss up for both teams. What 2 adjectives in English denote the 2 main forks of the Nile River, which converge near the city of Khartoum?
Upper and lower.
Incorrect. Roscommon?
Blue and white.
That is correct. Toss up for both. What author who wrote about a lovelorn artist's suicide and the sorrows of young Werther was a German who portrayed a scholar's temptation in Faust?
Kafka?
Incorrect. Sandusky? All right, next question. The title for Topman punches and kills Claggart in what novella by Herman Melville?
Moby Dick.
Incorrect. Roscommon with a guess?
No.
Next question. What royal house, which acquired and the bell signals the end
Windsor?
of the round. The earthquake was in the country, and we were looking for was Morocco. The river's course in Southeast Asia, it's the Mekong River. The author who wrote about the lovelorn artist was Goethe, and the one who punched the other in Claggart is the novella by Herman Melville was Billy Budd. Roscommon grabs an early 20-point lead in this game. Before we kick off our next round, let's take a moment to meet our students competing today. And let's start with our team from Sandusky.
Hello, my name is Timothy Eddard III, and I'm a senior at Sandusky High School, and I'm also part of the band and drama.
Hi, my name's Alicia Casada. I'm a senior at Sandusky. I love talking, trivia, and transforming tetrahedrons.
Hello, my name is Sebastian Seiferlein. I'm a sophomore. I participate in cross country, track, the band, quiz bowl, and the drama department.
Hi, I'm Lucas Doliker. I'm a freshman from Sandusky. I'm in wrestling, baseball, and football.
Thank you, Sandusky. Good to have you here. Now let's meet your opponents today from Roscommon.
Hi, my name is Gavin Gross. I'm a junior at Roscommon High School, and I'm in Advanced Art and Quiz Bowl.
Hi, my name is Tristan Eastep. I'm a senior at Roscommon High School. I participate in band, student council, and quiz bowl.
Hello, my name is Tanner. I'm still a sophomore at Roscommon High School, and I volunteer for our Interact Club.
Hi, my name is Faith McNeil, and I'm in musical and cheerleading.
Welcome to you, Roscommon, and thank you, students. Now, the next round here on Quiz Central is the kickoff round. The kickoff round is a combination of toss-up and bonus questions. The team that correctly answers the toss-up question will get the opportunity to answer a single bonus question. Missed toss-up questions can be stolen, but there is no consulting on these questions. A correct toss-up question answer allows for a single follow-up bonus question. No stealing of the bonus questions. However, teams can confer and will take those answers from the captain. An incorrect bonus means we'll go back to a toss-up for both teams. Okay, buzzer's ready. Good luck. Here comes your first question. A Venturi meter illustrates what principle named for a Swiss scientist, which often means that as a fluid's velocity increases, its pressure decreases?
Viscosity.
That is incorrect. Roscommon with a guess.
Buoyancy?
Also incorrect. We were looking for the Bernoulli principle or the Bernoulli equation. Toss up for both. What metal, which can be smelted in the Hall Héroult process, is found in the ore bauxite and is a lightweight metal used in namesake foils?
Aluminum?
That is correct. And your bonus question, the first European explorer to reach New Zealand was what Dutch man, the namesake of another country's largest island?
Cook was the mountain in New Zealand.
Sure. All right. Cook.
Answer?
Cook.
Incorrect. We were looking for Abel Tasman, or leading to Tasmania. Toss up for both teams. What city whose Centennial Park contains a replica of the Parthenon hosts country music shows at the Grand Ole Opry and is Tennessee's capital?
Nashville.
That is correct. And your bonus, Roscommon, in May 2024, Havening reduced the creation rate of what commodity, which is limited to 21 million units?
21 million units.
Happening. What come?
Recent shortage, so maybe it's baby formula.
That's not that recent. Pass.
We were looking for Bitcoin,
Oh,
Yeah, I can see that.
the ever popular
very
Bitcoin.
hot commodity.
All right, toss up for both. What president whose popularity fell after he repressed the bonus army was in office in 1929 on Black Thursday, which sparked the Great Depression?
Herbert Hoover.
You are correct. And the bonus question for Sandusky, what character who claims he doesn't share food and uses the pickup line, "How you doing?" is a struggling actor played by Matt LeBlanc in Friends?
Defer to Timmy.
Joey.
That is correct. Joey Tribbiani. Toss up for both teams. What British scientist helped lay the first transatlantic cable and names a temperature scale that begins at absolute zero?
Kelvin.
That is correct. Lord Kelvin and the Kelvin scale. Bonus question. What colorless but not odorless compound of hydrogen, carbon, and chlorine with a molecular formula CHCl3 is a volatile liquid used as a solvent?
Is it hydrochloric acid?
Is it ammonia?
It could be well.
I think ammonia is a smart choice.
Sure.
Answer?
Ammonia.
We are looking for chloroform.
Oh.
I can see that.
Toss up for both. What author wrote that beauty is its own excuse for being in his poem, The Rotara, and wrote an essay titled Nature about his transcendentalist views?
Emerson.
You are correct. And the bonus question for Sandusky: what U.S. auto manufacturer was acquired by Fiat in 2014 before merging with Peugeot in 2021 to form Stellantis?
Chrysler.
That is correct on the bonus as well. Toss up for both. What U.S. Navy Commodore signed the Treaty of Kanagawa in 1854?
Perry.
That is correct, Matthew Perry. Bonus question then. What American composer whose music of changes was inspired by the I Ching had pianist David Tudor sit not playing at the 1952 premiere of his 4 minutes 33 seconds?
I don't remember about this.
Answer, please.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember. George Gershwin.
We were looking for John Cage. 4 minutes and 33 seconds on stage, no music. All right, toss up for both. A vellum is a fine version of what thin material? Made from untanned sheep, goat, or calf skins that can be bound into a codex.
Leather.
That is incorrect. Sandusky for the steal.
Silk.
Oh, we were looking for parchment on that one. Toss up for both teams. Bell says that we will not get to another toss up for both teams.
Papyrus.
And right now we have a tie game at the end of that kickoff round. Sandusky and Roscommon tied at 50 as we get set for the perfect 10. Teams, you'll have 60 seconds to answer questions from a choice of clues to 3 categories. The opposing team will have 30 seconds to answer any unasked, incorrect, or skipped questions. You can consult throughout this entire round. We'll take those answers from the captain. Doesn't always happen, but today it did. Our game is tied. So we had a coin toss. Roscommon won and gets the first choice to pick a clue to a category. Here are your perfect 10 categories for today. Writer's block, civil discourse, window dressing.
I'm inclined to say writer's block purely by my own knowledge, but I'm curious what you guys think you'd be better at.
Writer's block seems a little bit.
Between me and Faith, I think we can knock out some books, if it's that.
It seems a little too.
We'll take writer's block just to keep you
Take
from
writer's
being held up.
block. That is the clue. The category, fictional authors. Name the author who created these fictional writers, journalists, or diarists. Again, the clue, writer's block, gives us a category, fictional authors. You'll be naming the author who created these fictional writers, journalists, or diarists. 60 seconds on the clock, please, for Roscommon in this perfect 10 round that begins with this. Travel writer, Lemuel Gulliver.
Swift.
That is correct. Joe March in Little Women.
Oh, Alcott.
Correct. Kilgore Trout
Oh,
in...
Vonnegut.
I'm sorry, again?
Vonnegut.
Vonnegut is correct. Stephen Dedalus in A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man.
Pass.
I'm not sure.
Emmanuel Goldstein, whose book is read by Winston Smith.
Orwell.
That is correct.
You're right.
Diarist Mina Harker and Lucy Westenra.
Is that Pride and Prejudice?
Go ahead. Just name something.
Austin.
That is incorrect. Playwright Claire Quilty.
I don't have anything. Pass.
All right. Jack Torrance in The Shining.
Oh, King.
That is correct. The title poet, and the bell signals the end of that. We're going to shift it over now to Sandusky. You've got 30 seconds to pick up the ones that were missed in that round, starting off with Roscommon, and you also have a chance then to finish out the category of writer's block, the category then fictional authors. And you're trying to name the author who created these fictional writers, journalists, or diarists. 30 seconds on the clock for Sandusky's grab at these, and we begin with Stephen Dedalus in A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man.
Pass.
All right. Diarist Mina Harker and Lucy Westernabaugh.
Pass.
Playwright Claire Quilty in Lolita.
Nabokov.
Defer to Alicia.
Nabokov?
A little clarification, please.
Vladimir Nabokov?
Correct. And Jack Torrance, bell signals the end of the round. So you picked up a couple there. We have a score right now of 100 to 60. The ones that stumped both teams, Stephen Dedalus in The Portrait of the Artist, that's written by James Joyce. Talking about the diarist Mina Harker and Lucy Westenra, that was Bram Stoker of Dracula fame. All right, we send things back over to Sandusky. You have 60 seconds in your Perfect 10 round, first of all, choosing from either civil discourse or window dressing.
Civil discourse. Civil
discourse. Are we sure about this?
Yes.
Okay,
Well, what do we know about windows?
No. It's going to be more than that. It's like window dressing, so it might be fashion.
And what's the clue you'd like to choose?
Civil discourse.
Civil discourse it is. From that clue comes this category, civil rights leaders. And we have a phrase, what civil rights leader? And you are, as I end the phrase with each question, then you will be naming that civil rights leader. Civil discourse, civil rights leaders. 60 seconds then on the clock for Sandusky in their Perfect 10. As we start with this. Gave the I Have a Dream speech in 1960.
Martin Luther King Jr.
That is correct. Founded the Tuskegee Institute.
George Washington Carver.
Incorrect. Declined to move from a bus seat
Rosa
in Montgomery.
Parks.
That is correct. Gave the speech, What to the Slave is the 4th of July.
Malcolm X.
That is incorrect. Left the Nation of Islam in 1964 before being
Malcolm X.
assassinated. Again, please?
Malcolm X.
That is correct. Wrote The Souls of Black Folk and co-founded the NAACP.
Pass.
Led the Rainbow Push Coalition and won the 1984 Democratic primary in Louisiana.
Pass.
Led a march from Selma and became a congressman from Georgia. Bell signals the end of that round. All right, we swing it over to Roscommon. You have 30 seconds then, this time around, to pick up on the questions that were not garnered in that attempt by Sandusky. So 30 seconds on the clock for Roscommon. As we once again go to civil discourse, these are civil rights leaders. What civil rights leader? And there will be your question. We begin with this, with 30 seconds on the clock. Founded the Tuskegee Institute.
Franklin Douglas.
Franklin Douglas?
That is incorrect. Let's see. Gave the speech, What to the Slave is the 4th of July.
You could go.
Pass. Anything.
Wrote The Souls of Black Folk and co-founded the NAACP.
Harriet Tubman. Tubman.
Incorrect. Led the Rainbow Push Coalition and won the 1984, and the bell signals the end there. The founder of the Tuskegee Institute was Booker T. Washington. The speech, What to the Slave is the 4th of July, was given by Frederick Douglass. And who wrote The Souls of Black Folk? That was W.E.B. Du Bois. And the leader of the Rainbow Push Coalition, 84 Democratic primary winner in Louisiana, that was Jesse Jackson. And we also had led a march from Selma and became a congressman from Georgia. That was John Robert Lewis. So at the end of the Perfect 10, with both teams getting some good work done there, Roscommon is at 100. Sandusky is at 90. Our next round today is the home stretch, and in the home stretch, we'll have a combination of toss-up and bonus questions. The team that correctly answers the toss-up question gets the opportunity to answer a single bonus question. Missed toss-up questions can be stolen, but there is no consulting on those questions. A correct toss-up question answer allows for a single follow-up bonus question. There's no stealing of bonus questions, however, teams can confer, and we'll take those answers from the captain. An incorrect bonus answer means we head back to the toss-up for both teams. Good luck, buzzer's ready. Here comes your first question. Toss-up for both. What team, which won the World Series in both 1992 and 1993, now stars first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr.?
The Blue Jays?
Toronto Blue Jays is correct. Your bonus question, Sandusky. In what state was actor Hill Harper supposedly offered $20 million to end a Senate campaign and run against its Congresswoman, Rashida Tlaib?
Is that Michigan? Michigan?
That is correct. It was right here in Michigan. Toss-up for both teams. What state... what state, which is named for an alternate name of the Lenape people, is governed by John Carney and was the first state to ratify the Constitution?
Delaware.
That is correct. And a bonus question for you, Sandusky. Henry VIII's fourth wife, who hailed from the German Duchy of Cleves, had what first name?
Anne?
Yeah.
Anne.
Anne of Cleves is correct. Toss-up for both teams. What island to the northeast of Cabot Strait contains the remains of Lanzox Meadows and comprises a Canadian province with Labrador?
Newfoundland?
You are correct. And the bonus question for Sandusky. What effect, which occurs when the energy of a certain particle exceeds the work function, was mentioned in Albert Einstein's Nobel Prize citation?
It's implosion.
Answer for the bonus?
Implosion.
Incorrect. We're looking for photoelectric. Back to a toss-up for both teams. What king, who was imprisoned by Leopold V after fighting in the Third Crusade, was a 12th century English king whose nickname celebrated his courage?
Richard the Lionheart?
That is correct. And the bonus question, what Trojan prince, who was the son of Anchises, caused the suicide of Dido when he fled Carthage?
Paris from the Trojan War. Go for it. Paris.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Aeneas, as in Dido and Aeneas. Toss-up for both. In a ballet studio, dancers usually warm up while holding what handrail?
Bar.
That is correct. And the bonus for Roscommon, what woman whose memoir, The Woman in Me, details her quest to end her conservatorship, is a singer who recorded Toxic and Baby One More Time?
Britney Spears.
You are correct on the bonus as well. Bonus question for both teams, toss-up question for both teams. Mount Pico, the highest point in Portugal, is in what archipelago of the middle of the Atlantic?
The Canary Islands.
That is incorrect. Roscommon with a guess?
The Galapagos.
You're looking for the Azores.
Yeah, no.
Right. Toss-up for both teams. What event planned in the Green Dragon Tavern was punished by the intolerable acts after the Sons of Liberty threw British cargo into Boston Harbor?
The Boston Tea Party.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And a bonus question to follow. What hydrated magnesium silicate mineral defines a hardness of 1 on the Mohs scale and is used in baby powder?
Talcum?
Talc.
Talc or talcum, that is correct. Toss up for both. Bell signals the end of that round. So we get through the home stretch now. It's a good game. Sandusky, you had the lead 170 to 120 as we get set for the final countdown. Teams, here in the final countdown, you'll have 2 minutes to answer as many toss-up questions as you can. If a team misses a question, the opposing team has the opportunity to answer. Teams may not consult during this round. Hands on the buzzers. Good luck. Here comes your first question. What Arthurian knight, conceived when his mother Elaine was mistaken by Lancelot for Guinevere, went with Bors and Percival to seek the Holy Grail?
Sir Galahad.
That is correct. What European country's army installed in Maximilian as Emperor of Mexico in 1862 in a namesake intervention during its...
Austria.
That is incorrect. Roscommon? Kevin?
Spain.
That is incorrect. We were looking for France. All right. What artist who, with Paul Morrissey, made the film Chelsea Girls, founded the factory and made iconic reproductions of Campbell's soup cans?
Andy Warhol.
Correct. What author described a magical technique for winning card games in his story The Queen of Spades and depicted a duel in his long poem Eugene Onegin?
Longfellow?
Incorrect. Next question. What novel, which ends with a manuscript delivered by Malcadeus, which being read by Oloriendo Benobi in Macondo, is a Gabriel Garcia Marquez?
100 Years of Solitude?
You are correct. What devices, the primary application of both platinum and palladium, remove polluting gases from automobile exhaust?
Carburetor?
Incorrect.
Catalytic converter.
That is correct. On the toss-up here, Henry Ford and Charles Lindbergh were members of what committee founded at Yale in 1940 that opposed U.S. entry into World War II?
Pass, never mind.
Sandusky with a chance. All right, next question. What country whose socialist, and the bell signals the end of that final countdown and the end of the game. Sandusky takes it today by a score of 200 to 130 for Roscommon. A big round of applause for all of our players today. All right, congratulations again, Roscommon. Thanks very much for playing with us here on Quiz Central. And Sandusky, congratulations to you. We will see you in an upcoming round as we continue on in our tournament this year on Quiz Central. And that game coming down the line, another game too next week. Have a good night, everybody.